I'm Justin Gimelstob, and I'm going to give you a first-hand experience of what it's like to practice with the greatest doubles team of all time, Mike and Bob Bryan. Well, we're fortunate to have David McPherson with us, who won 16 ATP World Tour doubles titles, but he's also been the coach of the Bryans for the past decade. And David, we've seen a lot of drills out here that you were working on with Mike and Bob Bryan. What's the methodology between the specific drills and why you work on those at specific times?
Well, we try to do drills to recreate match situations. So we work on the 2-up, 2-back drill, which is a great drill for the players at the net and the baseline. We do a first volley drill where we get the transition volley, the guy coming in from the baseline after a serve, for example, or an early return, getting him to dig out the tough volley and create points that way. We try to work on the topspin lobs, try to work on the coverage of covering a topspin lob, moving back and then back into the net quickly. Basically, there's a lot of drills that we do, but they're all designed to recreate match situations.
Why is that 2-up, 2-back drill so important? Because you see so many doubles players, so many doubles teams really put a lot of time into that drill.
Well, a lot of the points these days with players staying back are two baseliners against two net players. So that battle, that little war, happens a lot in the matches. So it's just a good way to sharpen your skills, both as when you're playing the net team and also when you're on the baseline. One
of the things the Twins do so well is the spacing. And when you see the 2-up, 2-back formation and the drills, you really see how well the Bryans move together. And it just seems like your part of the court is so big and their part of the court is so small. They really squeeze the court and especially control the middle of the court. How big of a priority is that?
Yeah, well, you must never let a ball beat you up the middle. So, obviously that's a point of emphasis, and they have done it better than anybody else. But then there's that anticipation factor too, when you know an opponent is likely to topspin lob, trying to read their body language, read their racket head. Right. So you're also not only blanketing the middle, but covering the angles and the lobs as well.
And over the course of the years, and you used to hear this from a lot of the great players or a lot of great athletes in all sports, they try and add one little thing each year. The Twins every year seem to add something. How do you keep that fresh, and how do you keep them motivated in that way and find things when they've been at the top for so long?
Well, they understand, as all champions do, if you stay still, someone's going to catch you, and of course they take great pride in being number one and staying number one. So they're always looking to, how can we get better? How can we get better? What new shots we can play that our opponents won't expect? So, and also, we've branched out into the I formation a little bit. They're traditionally and still predominantly a normal formation serving team. Yep. But they're more comfortable now playing the I to try and make things a little bit more disruptive for the great returners that they're facing.
That's what it's like playing the best doubles team in the world. The best you got, and it's not enough. Jeez.
We didn't see the calf going.
It's not easy to spot my calves. They're not very significant, but it was fun. But it's a great opportunity. They are great ambassadors for the sport. We talk a lot about what Federer and Djokovic and Nadal and Murray and all these guys do to give back. They do more clinics, more pro-ams. They're very philanthropic. They're always signing autographs. They're really the face of doubles. But they present so many challenges for their teams, and no one would know it more recently than you would. I actually saw the quarterfinal match you played against them at the U.S. Open last year with Jonathan Murray, which was really some special tennis.
Yeah, Colin Fleming back with us, of course, the great British doubles player. Yeah, Colin, pick up on that point from Justin.
Yeah, Johnny and I, Jonathan Murray and I had a great run through to the quarterfinals at the US Open last year, facing the Bryans. The Bryans were on for the calendar slam at that point. They'd won the 3 slams prior to the US Open, so it was a really special match. We played the second night match on Arthur Ashe Stadium, which was an incredible experience for me, and we actually came out playing really well, playing great tennis, but ultimately we lost. I think it was 7-6, 6-3, and the Bryans just proved, even though Johnny and I played great tennis, when it came down to it, they just have this knack of finding an awkward spot on the court. They don't necessarily come up with a huge winner, but they make it difficult, and they're always bringing percentage plays at the right times. They're so experienced, it's so tough to actually put away in a match, even when you're playing well.
When you're drawn to face the Bryan brothers, is there a kind of sense of foreboding? Oh God, here we go. Or do you think, actually, no, we're going to nail it this time? Can you convince yourselves that you can get through them?
Well, it's obviously a tough draw, regardless of what stage you play them at. So you're in for a tough match against, as Justin said in the video there, the greatest doubles team of all time. But you've got to look at it as an opportunity. and that's what their opponents tonight have to look at it as, a chance to play the Bryans here at the O2. Huge crowd, huge sort of, platform for them to go out there and take on the best doubles team of all time and try and get a win over them.